Unbelievable.
I'm the man who broke the bank in Monte Carlo. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Frank.
Think we're gonna make 50 today? Looks like it. 50 stories down, 50 stories to go. I think we're gonna have this baby all punched in a week ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, what a view to lunch by, huh? Beautiful. Jersey. Yeah. My home. This is what I love about working up here. We eat like kings. So, what's the bill of fare today? What do you got?
I think it's liverwurst.
Joe, how about you?
Pickle and pimento loaf. Wait a minute. It's not liverwurst. It's tuna, I think.
Well, I got corned beef and pastrami.
Charlie, is that tuna or liverwurst?
Wait a minute. You got corned beef and poupon mustard on a normal Tuesday? What's the occasion? Who says there's an occasion? You hear that, Joe? Charlie's got corned beef and pastrami on a normal Tuesday. On Bakery Pumpernickel. On Bakery Pumpernickel with poupon mustard.
Very nice.
Look at all those poor souls down there have to eat their lunch at sea level. I'm the man who broke the bank in Monte Carlo. What's the news today, Joe? Something hot in the paper? Some kind of, international developments. International developments. How's things in Europe? Any news?
The news is that history is a cesspool,
Oh,
as it always was. We also find out that a woman in Astoria, Queens, lived with a guy for 15 years, didn't know the guy had 5 other wives
5 other wives?
in the same neighborhood.
Did you hear this, Charlie? Many things are possible in this world. A guy with that many wives. Is that still bigamy?
It's geometry.
Well, give me the TV page, will you? Let's see what's on the tube. Don't let me hear anything about TV. I just want to see. Don't let me hear no talk about TV. We got bowling tonight. I just want to see what I'm missing. Speaking of which, who's in for tonight? I'm in. Joe, are you in?
I can't this week, Charlie.
You want to bowl a few games tonight?
I got things I gotta do at home.
What? You got to nail up some doilies in your wife's powder room or something?
I got some things I got to do.
So do them tomorrow.
Bridget wants me to do them tonight.
So bring her along and do them tomorrow.
I can't do them tomorrow.
Hey, who is the king in your house anyway? Who's the king? Who makes the rules? Gentlemen.
When Maggie wanted you to put in that new floor, you didn't bowl for 2 weeks, Charlie.
That was different.
And because you couldn't bowl, you wouldn't let us bowl either.
That was different.
Yeah? Why was it so different?
Just don't get small on me, Joe.
Why was it so...
I hate it when you get small on me like that. Gentlemen, please.
It's not doilies.
Joe. How's your wife doing, Frankie?
She's good.
The doctor fixed her all up and everything? Looks like it. She was out there mowing the grass yesterday. That's a sign. That's a sign. But how about that lawnmower you just bought, Charlie? How's that working? Ah, it's busted.
No.
Yeah, it's already?
Yeah.
So did you take it back? I don't know why I ever cut my grass in the first place. I like it long. I like to sit on my porch and look at it long. Where do you think the word lawn comes from in the first place? From lawn. Because grass was always long. Originally people said, I'm going to plant some seeds and grow a lawn. Then some moron decided to be different. Cut his long short. The rest is the history of fashion. I didn't know that. You say something, Joe?
Who, me? No, I didn't say anything.
Yo, pep tack. You got any of those sugar cubes? Thanks. You guys ever think about hang gliding home from here? Hang gliding home?
Yeah.
Instead of driving and taking the path. Wouldn't you have to learn how to hang glide first? Well, sure, you learn. But then after you wrapped up your work, you could just strap on your wings, walk off the top floor, and sail home. Be the first person in history to fly from 32nd Street, 10th Avenue to Tenafly, New Jersey, with a fabulous view all the way. Maybe after I retire.
You know, I've been sitting here eating this thing, and I still don't know if it's tuna or liverwurst.
Yeah, well, that's all the ozone up here.
The what?
The carbon dioxide at this altitude compresses the things in your nose, and you can't taste nothing. Did you say something, Joe?
Not me. I guess the carbon dioxide was compressing my nose or something.
Speaking of flying, Charlie, they got that movie about the Lindbergh kid on again tonight. They got the what? That show about the Lindbergh baby who got kidnapped with... Let me see that. Hey, what's up? What the hell are you doing? I just want to see. Did you see that movie that time it was on?
Yeah.
With Anthony Hopkins what's his name? Bruno Hauptmann. Hey, didn't that happen someplace around Hopewell, New Jersey?
What are they bringing that turkey back for?
Turkey?
Yeah, who wants to see that garbage all over again?
It happens to be a very thoughtful movie for your information. And as it happens, today is the anniversary of the day that Charles Lindbergh's baby was kidnapped.
That happened 50 years ago. What's the big deal about...
Jesus Christ died on Easter. They showed the King of Kings that weekend. Gentlemen, if you had ever done anything more important than glue your wife's cat pictures into a photo album, they'd show the Joe Morelli story on your birthday. Does that explain to you why the movie is on today? Gentlemen, please, and don't let me hear the word turkey. Hey, what's with you today, Charlie? What's the matter? Nothing's the matter. You're acting all weird. I'm not weird. So what's up?
Turkey.
I told you I don't want to hear the word turkey. Something sure seems up. Nothing is up. Forget about it. Nothing's up. Hey, Bert. What the heck is that? What does it look like? It's a cupcake. Hey, Joe, will you look at this?
Isn't that nice? Maggie made him a cupcake.
My wife did not make me this cupcake. I bought this cupcake. What's the, celebration? The celebration, Charlie. Who says there's a celebration? Corned beef and pastrami and a chocolate cupcake? If you will notice, a somber color. Maybe I'm observing a very solemn day for some private reason.
Next thing you know, he's going to be putting out doilies around his house.
That's it, Morelli. Gentlemen.
Your taste in movies is lousy.
Gentlemen.
And if you ask me, Charles Lindbergh is overrated.
Overrated?
Yeah, overrated. So he flew across
The greatest hero in American history?
He flew across the ocean. Big deal.
Oh, a big deal, huh?
Yeah. And as for the Lindbergh baby, who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah, who the hell cares? It's old news.
Oh, yeah?
It's ancient history that kid got stolen.
Well, for your information,
Working people get kidnapped every day in the world and they don't make no movies about them.
maybe they're not as important as the Lindbergh baby.
So why am I supposed to care about the goddamn Lindbergh baby?
You don't care about the Lindbergh baby?
No, I don't care about the Lindbergh baby.
You don't have any feeling for the Lindbergh baby?
No, I don't have any feelings for the Lindbergh baby.
Well, for your information, I am the Lindbergh baby.
You're the...
Yes, I am the Lindbergh baby. I am the rightful son of Charles Lindbergh, kidnapped from the home of my parents, and I didn't mean to tell you, but you forced me into it. And the hell if I will listen to my family being insulted. So there.
You're the...
Yes, but your name is Petrosian. Oh, sure. That's what I was brought up to think my name was.
You think you're the Lindbergh baby?
Go to hell, Joe.
Have you gone off your head?
No, I have not gone off my head.
I don't believe this.
Yeah, well, the truth is always strange at first sight, so live with it.
Do you know that there are separate asylums to hold all the people who think they're the Lindbergh baby?
Just mind your own business. Read your newspaper, stick to pickle and pimento loaf, small time. Charlie, there are people who might wonder a little if you claim to be the Lindbergh baby. But it all fits, doesn't it? Charles, Charlie. Was I not born in New Jersey and brought up in the town of Hopewell where the crime was perpetrated? He was brought up in Hopewell, Joe.
Yeah. That makes about 50,000 other Lindbergh babies.
Well, they're imposters. I thought the police found the kid's body. That was another kid's body.
Whose body?
I don't know whose body, but it wasn't my body. Obviously not. How come you kept this a secret all these years, Charlie? Well, naturally, a lot of people wouldn't believe me.
Oh, really?
Plus, I was already pretty well established as Charles Petrosian, you know, driver's license, credit cards, bank account.
Sure. It's hard to make a change.
But most of all, I didn't want to upset the feelings of my true mother, Anne Morrow Lindbergh.
Whose books are bullshit.
You shut your trap about my mother.
Come on, Joe. You know better than that. Have you read her books?
Yes, I have, and I think they're very beautiful.
She made a goddamn fortune off you writing about that kidnapping.
It happened to be a very traumatic experience for her.
That doesn't mean she has to go peddle it on the street corner. You ought to ask her for a cut of the royalties. You could retire early, take up hang gliding.
Now I'm through talking to you. Joe's got a good point, Charlie. You ought to contact the family. You could try to pick up your inheritance. You could have been a rich guy, Charlie. Actually, I did write to Mother once.
You did?
Yeah, but she never answered back. I figured the letter never got to her. Did you tell her, who you were? I hinted who I was.
Oh, sure. Dear Mom, guess who? And then he signed it, your loving son, Charles Petrosian. P.S. Send the inheritance.
Knock it off.
Real subtle.
Anyway, I told her I was from her area. That's how I put it. I said that I was from her area. That's a hint.
Sigmund Freud would have had a picnic.
I told her how I saw their house lots of times. You saw the house you were kidnapped from? Sure, I used to go by it all the time when I was a kid. Then later on, when I knew who I really was, I used to drive out there sometimes and just park and look at it. I'd park under this tree and sit there, thinking to myself, this is yours, Charlie. This is your kingdom. So your old man flew the Atlantic in the spirit of St. Louis, and my grandfather was ambassador to Mexico. I didn't know that. Yeah, my mother's father. I've seen the movie lots of times on The Late Show, The Spirit of St. Louis. Must be great having Jimmy Stewart playing your father and all. I wrote to Jimmy once, under my nom de plume of Petrosian. He ever write back? I got a signed picture in the mail.
You never told me that.
Yeah, you never told me you had a signed picture of Jimmy Stewart. Well, I've been keeping it a secret in case people start getting ideas about my true identity. Somebody puts a few clues together, it could have repercussions.
Yeah, they'd throw you in the loony bin.
Go ahead, scoff if you will.
But this means Anthony Hopkins didn't really do it.
You mean kidnap me?
Yeah.
Obviously not. Not unless he was in league with the Petrosian family and handed me over to them.
Yeah, what about the Petrosians' role in all of this?
My foster parents, as I like to think of them, pawns in a bigger game, Frank. Pawns in a bigger game.
But how did you make the transition? I mean, from being a Lindbergh to being a Petrosian?
Let me just say, I got my ideas, Frankie.
You know, it's very funny you should be saying all this.
What? That I've been the Lindbergh baby all these years and you never knew it?
Yeah, because you see,
I'm the son of Tsar Nicholas II of Russia. No.
Yeah,
You're kidding.
it's the truth.
The kid that got killed in the Russian Revolution?
That's me, the heir to the throne of Moscow
Holy shit!
and sovereign of the Ukraine.
I saw that movie. Nicholas and what's her name?
Alexandra, that was my mother.
But I thought you got shot.
A faithful servant smuggled me out. Nobody knows I survived.
And you had Laurence Olivier in your movie. I mean, Anthony Hopkins is one thing, but Sir Laurence Olivier.
Yeah, I felt pretty honored having him in my movie, though I did have a few quibbles about the, historical details.
So what's your real name?
Alexei Nikolaevich Romanov.
By what name would you prefer to be called?
Why don't you just keep calling me Frank? It'll be easier.
Besides protecting your incognito.
The Tsar of Russia?
Now, Joe,
The Tsar of Russia?
I don't want to hear another word from you, Joe.
Do you know how old you'd have to be the Tsar of Russia?
Never you mind, Frank.
You'd have to be 90 years old.
You want to hurt his feelings?
And a hemophiliac. I've always been a heavy bleeder. That don't make you the goddamn Tsar of Russia. I mean, the Lindbergh baby is one thing, but...
Will you just shut up? Please, shut up. You're on a lot of very sensitive ground. We're talking families, Joe. Frank here lost everybody in the revolution, so have a little sympathy. You got orphans here.
Okay then, Alexei. How do you know all this? How do you know you're the head honcho of the Ukraine?
Well, one day I saw this picture in a book, a picture of Moscow with the Kremlin and those domes. Yeah, those onion-shaped domes. And I said to myself, I've been there. I've been there sometime. It was like I could remember it. Of course you'd remember it. Those communist bastards tried to rub you out there. And then when I saw the movie, it was like I knew all the streets. Before they'd even go around the corner, I'd know what was going to be on the other side. It was home. Must have been painful.
It was pretty painful.
Seeing everything you lost out on?
It only got really bad when I had to watch myself get killed.
Understandably, Alexei. Understandably. But how's your Russian these days?
Oh, I've forgotten most of it by now.
The whole trauma probably made you,
Repressive.
repressive. Plus, the strain of having to maintain your daily identity as Frank McCullough. Have you told Phyllis?
No, she doesn't know. I'll probably have to tell her sometime, though.
I think she'll understand.
I just have to wait for the right,
Circumstances.
circumstances.
She'd probably be pretty surprised to find out she's the Queen of Russia.
Tsarina.
Huh?
The wife of the Tsar is the Tsarina.
Is that proof, Joe? Is that the proof? I say Queen, he says Tsarina. He's got the facts at the tips of his fingers.
I know how cars work, but that don't make me an Oldsmobile.
Peace, gentlemen. Just think. If we'd had you over there running things all these years, the Berlin Wall would have gotten taken down a lot sooner than it did, after not being built in the first place.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing about being, who you are, who I am, knowing what I can do for world peace.
Have you ever contemplated the restoration of your throne?
I think I should leave that to the will of the people.
Well, if things had worked out different, I can't think of anybody I'd rather have on the Russian throne than you, Frank.
Thanks, Charlie.
Well, I'll be goddamn. To think, all this time we never knew it. You didn't know about me, and I didn't know about you, and Joe didn't know about either one of us. So, Joe.
Yeah, what?
Who are you?
I'm not anybody.
Really, I mean.
I'm not anybody.
Really.
I'm Joe Morelli, period.
I'm not talking about that.
I'm Superman.
I mean really.
I'm nobody.
Underneath it all.
I'm nobody. I'm just another guy on the street. But in a previous lifetime, I was Marie Antoinette.
No shit.
Yeah, that was me.
The let 'em eat cake lady?
I said that in 1793. Let them eat cake.
Isn't that something? I knew you were somebody. Frank gets shot up by the Reds, and you have your head chopped off in Paris.
Yeah. 1 minute I'm standing on a scaffold in a diamond tiara. The next minute I'm Joe Morelli in Weehawken.
Must be pretty disconcerting.
To say the least. But I do remember kneeling down on the thing, the guillotine, and the blade.
It's already
1 o'clock.
That's what the company says.
Jesus. Well, listen, you guys, you can't tell anybody. You forget who you're talking to. I don't want this getting around.
We know that.
People would think I was kind of weird. We will be as the tomb.
You swear? Of course we swear.
We're all in the same, situation.
But now, first things first. Who was bowling tonight?
I'm in.
And I'm in. Joey?
I told you, Charlie, I got all these things to do.
You're gonna let that bullshit get in your way? Are you forgetting who you are?
Yeah, Joe. Remember the crown jewels. You're right. Count me in.
Great.
And c'est la guerre.
But Charlie, if you want to stay home and watch the Lindbergh movie tonight, we'll understand completely.
Nah,
I've seen it. Let's bowl.
okay. Long as I'm home by midnight.
What are you, Cinderella? I'm the man who broke the bank at Monte Carlo.